Hey everyone, it's Adrian. I'm going to talk a little bit about adrenal reset, which is a unique idea of trying to basically just hit a massive reset button on your whole entire system, hopefully midday. And then the big thing I'm going to talk about and show more in this video is actually a posture reset, which is way more important to be done at the end of the day. So I'm going to show you a couple things on the foam roller, so you're going to need a foam roller for this, but the big thing is at the end of my day, you have to understand that the middle of the back tends to catch a lot of tension. Okay, so like mid-shoulder blade area. Either because whether you're kyphotic or lordotic, it doesn't matter what your posture is unless you're absolutely perfect all the time, which nobody is. I don't know anybody that is. If I'm lordotic, I've been doing this all day. Okay, I end up with tension in this mid-lower back. Okay, if I'm kyphotic and I'm here, or I was driving and I'm at a desk job and I sit, eat, and then I side sleep, everything I'm doing is taking my shoulder blades and stretching them forward. Okay, so I'm tightening my chest, doing everything else. And then last and finally, I don't know anybody who's strong enough with their posture to defeat gravity. Okay? Gravity is going to push down on my spine. Generally speaking, it doesn't push down in a way that I end up really tall. It pushes down in a way that pulls me slouchy. Okay? So what I'm trying to do at the end of my day, I mean, I've had a long day, Tara's had a really long day. I've been on my feet all day, she's been up and down all day. What's something that I can do before bed to get rid of all this tension, achy, throbby, just beat up that I'm feeling? What can I do? And I don't want to be taking, I mean, you guys know I'm a myofascial junkie as far as rolling on foam rollers and the whole bit. I love my 2 tennis balls going up the spine and the whole bit, but in all reality, it's like 15 minutes before bed. I'm tired as hell. I don't want that pain sensation that comes with self-myofascial release. I just want something that's going to help me relax, help me go to bed, and shut down. Okay? The same idea when I'll show you this when it comes to adrenal reset, which is just a little bit longer of a time frame and it's done more in the middle of the day. So, how to know whether you need this or not is at the end of your day, go find a wall. Okay? Put your butt against the wall, your shoulders against the wall, your head against the wall. And I want you to try to take your hands and go up. Now my elbows, my wrists, and my hands are all touching the wall. I have a little bit of a curve in my lower back, that's pretty normal. I'm going to slide down. If I can get all the way down here, okay, my wrist, back of my wrist isn't touching anymore, so most people would actually have to come off the wall when they take their elbows this low. If I can do this perfect wall slide, and I have no front tension in the shoulder, in the chest, if I'm not overarching my back, which I sort of am right now, so if I flatten myself to this wall, I'm going to get to about there, my hands need to come off. I can't externally rotate back anymore. Which just means that gravity, my lordosis, and everything else about my posture has done this to me, even though my back is tight. So the front of my shoulders, I need to reverse the seated posture. Okay? So what we're going to do is show you a posture reset. Let's go back. Now, I always suggest that people invest the money and buy high quality, foam rollers, be it a travel roller, a grid. If you're mighty crazy, a rumble roller. Right? But in all reality, I think the one for most people to have, just from a feel-good standpoint, is probably a half roller. And you saw that video I just did on training the lower abs. The half roller is going to do you wonders. Okay? The last one is to get a full roller. Okay, so this one's cut in half, that one's full, pretty obvious to see. For this drill, I'm actually going to use a full roller. You need a 36-inch one. Okay, don't bother getting an 18-inch because this isn't going to work for that. I would also suggest you get a high-quality EVA foam. Okay, so EVA. All that means is it's not going to compress over time. So this one I have right here right now actually isn't an EVA. And what happens, you'll see I can push, okay, quite a ways into this roller. Now this roller, see how it doesn't bounce back? It takes forever to come back. Okay, this foam roller is dead. If I push in here, it bounces back faster. This is why you don't want like a closed cell or open cell foam roller. They're just not worth it. I burned through 18 of these things before I finally found me a grid. Okay, it's just not worth the money. But anyway, to show it here, I don't have my EVA, it's at home right now. Go get a 36-inch EVA, it should cost $30, $40. Okay? I'm actually going to have Tara demonstrate this because she needs to do this a lot more than I. Tara, and you'll see, she has a very strong upper body posture. Okay? She's always really wound up. She's also a student. So what ends up happening with that is, I don't know students that don't read their book like this, or sit on the couch and flip their book, or they're at their computer typing and mousing. Okay, it's all crappy posture. I don't know anybody who sits like this perfectly, typing away, reading their book, highlighting without hunched over. I don't know, I've never seen a student do that, and probably never gonna happen. So what I'm gonna have Tara do is lay on the foam roller, and I'm gonna take the camera, she's gonna show that. Now all you're gonna do with this is basically 3 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a timer. Okay, so she's going from tailbone to head, fully supported. Now what's gonna happen here, I want you to put your hands, palms down. Okay, first and foremost, before doing anything, the best thing to do is just to lay there. Okay, let your body find a natural spinal curvature. So Tara, throw your hands underneath your lower back. So just to show that there's room there. Okay, so she can shove her hands underneath her lower back. So it's just a natural curvature. Now again, this isn't that lower ab exercise I was trying to show. I don't want you pushing into the ground. So as far as being relaxed, how do you feel? Okay, but it takes a while, right? It takes like 20, 30 seconds, maybe even a minute just to calm down on that thing. Now, in all reality, this is better done in very low light conditions. If you can turn this in the dark and do it in the dark, you're actually going to even get a lot more out of it, especially if you're going right before bed. Now, what I'm going to have her do, right now her palms are down. I'm going to get her to flip palms up. And right now you can see she can touch her elbow pretty much to the ground. Now, do you feel any front chest tension? No? Okay. So just taking a look at her posture. Okay, slide your hands up a little bit. Any front chest, shoulder tension?
A little bit.
Okay, so a little bit. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to set a timer. And I've got a timer to go off every minute for the next 3 minutes. And all she's going to do, she's going to stay there. Now what this is doing is gravity is pushing down on her spine. From her back, it's going to round around and put pressure around the back muscles. This is why you need a roller, and working on the ground just really isn't the same. The pressure is being falling off the roller. So the only thing that actually has pressure on it is the spine and the tailbone and the head itself. So those muscles are going to learn to stretch around the roller. If you look at somebody's spine shouldn't stick out. Okay, their spine should be in and their back muscles should pop out from their spine. Is it easing off?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just deep breathing. She's got 18 seconds. You feel bicep tension at all too? Like top bicep?
A little bit.
A little bit, right? Yeah. Okay, so she's going to move her hands up a little bit more. Try a bit more. Okay, so she can still keep her elbows on. That's pretty tight, right?
Yeah.
If it's uncomfortably tight, she'd come down a little bit. And again, she's just going to hold that posture. And you know what? Forget stretching. Lay on a roller, let gravity do the stretching for you. Okay, there's certain muscles, maybe like hamstrings, calves, that might actually require some static stretching, but this is just better to let gravity do the reset job itself. Now her lower back, you can see there's going to be that little bit of a curve, just a natural curve. She's not hyper arching, she's not doing anything crazy. I can still stick my hands underneath there, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do, is get the spine, regardless of whether you're lordotic or kyphotic, is just to make sure that you're resetting to what should be neutral. So a little bit of curve in the lower back and a little bit of chest up in the upper back. Still front shoulder?
Yeah.
Bicep at all?
Yeah.
Mid chest?
No.
No? Okay, go up a bit higher. And you see that it's tight. Okay, so that's as high as she's going to get. I would suggest 3 resets like that every minute. Now where's that?
From here all the way into my...
Okay, so mid chest all the way into bicep?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go to the end of my bicep.
Right to the end of the bicep. Okay, so there's that line of tension literally from insertion of the bicep running up, going across the lettering of her chest. And you'll see that she's roughly about 90 degrees, okay, torso to elbow. And that's about as high as you need to go. Any higher than that, you're going to find that your shoulder has to kind of externally rotate to make that happen. It just doesn't feel the same. 10 seconds. Feel good?
Yeah.
Feel like it opens you?
Yeah.
Now, don't try to be graceful after laying on this thing forever. Just roll off. Okay?
Anybody tries to get off this thing is a disaster. Okay, so try standing up. And immediately what happens? She looks propped up. Okay, how do you feel?
Looser.
Looser, right? So that's the thing, is you have to understand gravity is played down on you. And all you've done, you see her shoulders are back, her chest is out. If I'm looking at the curvature of her back, okay, that's pretty neutral. That's nothing crazy. This girl's pretty lordotic naturally, and that's pretty neutral for her. The thing about her shoulders being back now, she doesn't have to go digging away. So the last thing is, do you feel tired or energetic? Sleepy time? Or do you feel energetic? Which one?
Probably just a mellow.
Mellow. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So it's relaxing. When we talk about adrenal reset in the blog, you'll get a little bit different of a cue as far as the roller and the ground goes. Okay, but thanks, guys.